Now we're going to use the compound formulas here. It all started with this when we proved the cosine of alpha minus beta, the difference of the cosine of two angles, it equals this formula here. And then we got these other three formulas, sine and cosine, adding and subtracting angles. Well, we're going to use them to do these questions. The first one is pretty straightforward. They just give you different variables. Use the compound angular formula to rewrite the cosine of theta plus 2 beta. Well, you just go to the formula, and Mr. Bontes used to be a teacher at our school. He had a thing, and you can actually you can remember these things. See, the cosine one goes from a plus to a minus, so it's just cos, sine. And it changes sign, but the sine one stays the same. So I know that this is going to be cos, sine, and it changes from a plus to a minus. Now, instead of A and B or alpha and beta, I put in theta and 2 beta. That's all it is. And so you just go to the formula and write it in. See, this minus changes to a plus, but instead of A and B, it's 3x and y. So that's all these ones are about. You should try them yourself and then check to see if you've got it. Now, when you see something like this, sine, cosine, you want to put it in that form, sine, cosine. When it's plus, hey, I should just add these two together. And that's what you do. It must be the sine of 68 plus 22. That's what the formula right here tells you. Look at the formula really closely. Look at alpha and beta the way they are. You just add them together. And the sine of 90 degrees is just one. Here it's cos, sine. That's a cos one. And it's the opposite, so it's 28 plus 2. And the cosine of 30 degrees, if you had a special triangle, it'd be root 3 over 2. Now, these ones, sometimes you get questions where you've got to do some reduction first. You've got to go, oh, that's 72 degrees, but cosine's negative in the second quadrant. That's 8 degrees, but it's negative. And that's 72 degrees past 180, and that's 8 degrees from 180, and figure out the sine of it, get that part right. It's cos, sine. Oh, cos, sine. Oh, negative times negative makes that part positive, and then it's a minus, so it must be 72 plus 8. It must be the cosine of 80 degrees. That one was a little trickier. Now, all of these ones work the same way. You just take a look at it. You have to use your knowledge of different things. This is sine, cos, and it's the difference, so you know what you've got to do with these two angles. This sine of 90 minus x, better change it into cos x. But the cosine of 90 plus x, that's a cofunction 1, and I think we did it using the formula. That turns into negative sine x. Okay, so you go through it slowly, and you'll get the answers. It's just the same stuff. This last one, this last one you're looking at, see the sine of 135? It's really the same as the sine of 45. Then it's cosine, and then you could make this sine cos and then cosine, so it fit like this, sine, cos, and cosine. Just change the order of these things. It must be adding these two together. The sine of 120, which we know is the sine of 60, which is root 3 over 2. Well, go through all of those. I hope that helped. I hope it helps.